Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. The Supreme Court has decided with finality to junk appeals over the controversial anti-terror law. At today's on-bank session, the High Court said it did not see any substantial issues raised in the motion for reconsideration filed by the petitioners. Except for two provisions, the Supreme Court upheld most of the controversial law in a ruling last December. And the Makabayan Coalition has announced its 12-man senatorial lineup. Aside from their own senatorial candidates, Nery Colmenares and Elmer Labog, the group has endorsed Teddy Bagilat, former Vice President Jejo Marbinay, Senator Laila de Lima, and human rights lawyer Chel Diokno. Their senatorial slate also includes Cheese Escudero, lawyers Luke Espirito and Alex Lacson, Senator Risa Ontiveros, Antique Representative Loren Legarda, and labor lawyer Sonny Matula. The group says they are backing these candidates for their track records in pushing for socio-economic and political reforms. And attorney Vic Rodriguez, spokesman of presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos, is crying foul after Facebook suspended his account for alleged violations. Rodriguez reported that his account got suspended for allegedly violating the platform's community standards. He is given 30 days to appeal the suspension before his account is permanently disabled. In a statement, Rodriguez called the ban the highest degree of censorship. He also says that he will not appeal his case and will continue communicating through other forms of social media available. The Commission on Elections is advising those who cannot verify their voter status to seek assistance from their respective local COMELEC offices. COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez told The Big Story that their database is no longer voter-specific since they no longer require date of birth in using the platform. Jimenez added that this may be why voters are having a harder time accessing their records.
What if you have more like two people with the same name, right? How does the Precinct Finder distinguish? It cannot. So kailangan mo i-verify doon sa office ng election officer. We're working on that, again, because the removal of the date of birth field is a data privacy requirement.
We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Local absentee voting for select groups starts tomorrow. Let's get the details from Greg Gregorio, who's reporting to us live from Manila. Hi, Greg. Is the COMELEC all set for the LAV tomorrow, Thursday and Friday?
Yes, Sean, some government employees and media workers may begin casting their ballots starting tomorrow. This as the 3-day local absentee voting will run until Friday. Just some things to keep in mind. A local absentee voter may only vote for candidates running for national positions. These are party list representatives, senators, vice president, and president. Under COMELEC Resolution number 10725, eligible for local absentee voting are government officials and employees, including uniformed personnel and members of media. Records show that some 93,000 individuals applied for local absentee voting for this year's elections. However, more than 9,341 of which were denied. For the national police and armed forces, as well as other government employees, their supervisors or commanders will determine the place where they will vote and will then notify the local COMELEC office. For media personnel, voting will be at the local COMELEC office where they filed their application. Local absentee voting will run from April 27 to April 29 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Local absentee voters will use manual ballots in this voting, and according to COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia, these ballots will be kept in a secured room at the COMELEC office before all of these local absentee votes will be counted on May 9 at the Bureau of Treasury and at the COMELEC main office. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for those updates. Greg Gregorio of News 5 reporting to us live from Manila. Thank you, Greg. And the Octa Research Group sees a possible uptick in COVID-19 cases soon. Octa fellow Ranjit Rai says that active COVID cases could hit 50 to 100,000, while daily infections could reach 5,000 a day. Despite the projected surge, Octa is not recommending going back to lockdown as cases are likely to be manageable. However, the group insists that getting vaccinated is a crucial step in managing the possible surge.
There's a very big possibility of cases going up. Kaya ang panawagan namin, gaya ng panawagan ng lahat ng nagsalita before us, mag-vax to the max na tayo, kung hindi pa tayo na-booster, magpa-booster tayo. Kasi inevitable ho na tataas ang cases natin dahil lalo na bukas na ekonomiya.
Billionaire and Tesla CEO Elon Musk has bought Twitter for $44 billion, stirring debates on what the future of the company will be like with him at the helm. Tech experts give their 2 cents in this Bloomberg video.
Do you believe Elon Musk has the public's best interests at heart, Twitter users' interests at heart, or Elon Musk's interests at heart?
Well, I think we'll see. It's an open question. I think every platform, Twitter included, starts off with a bent towards free expression. That's what he's stated pretty clearly. The problem is that 1% of users who make a mess of the place, right, with spam, harassment, hate speech, what some people call lawful but awful speech. And the problem is that if you don't do anything about that kind of speech, you drive away your happy, productive 99% responsible users, and you turn off your advertisers who really don't want their ads appearing next to hateful or harassing content. Look, every community wants both a generally free environment, but also a police force to enforce the rules. And that's what most people want on social media. That comes through in polling. People want more transparency for expression, but they also want clear content moderation, and they don't want to see junk. And I think he'll see that.
Well, Renee DeResta put this, I believe, very eloquently, where she said Elon Musk is equal parts innovator, equal parts potentially troll. Even though I think we can all agree Elon Musk is incredibly innovative, is he innovative enough to figure out free speech in a way that works for everyone when so many people, so many massive companies that have come before have not been able to? Adam.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, frankly, one of the challenges about this is that Twitter is such an important service for policymakers, for newsmakers, that whoever runs the company, whether it's Musk or whether it's Jack Dorsey or DeCoslo before them, have found that sort of politicians working the refs over content policies to be a huge headache. And I suspect once that initial enthusiasm passes, he may find that too. It may be relatively easy to reinstate Trump, as Brad said. But what happens the next time there's a January 6th type event? What happens when Nancy Pelosi calls because she doesn't like a call they've made? So these are calls that no social media CEO relishes making, but unfortunately, it's part of the job.
Reigning Miss Universe, Harnaaz Sandu, is now in the Philippines to attend several events, including the coronation night for Miss Universe Philippines 2022. MJ Marfori with the details.
Miss Universe 2021 Harnaaz Sandu has finally arrived in Manila. On her first day, the reigning Miss Universe went on to talk about her advocacy, reproductive health, and menstrual equity.
We are here together with Plan International to talk about menstrual equity, and I'm really excited to announce something which is very close to my heart and to take this talk forward from India to Philippines.
Together with Sandu, the Menstrual Equity Coalition announced the installation of a pad machine in the country. Manila is Sandu's first ever big tour outside India and New York. The Miss Universe is also set to hold a mini tour in Vigan on Tuesday. And of course, Harnaaz herself will be making an appearance in the Miss Universe Coronation Night on Saturday. For News 5, MJ Marfori, we are One News.
And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.